Thunder at Magic. This is Friday, NBA. VR, we're doing this Wise Guy style. First, what's your number on the game?
I made Orlando a 6-point home favorite, set the total at 200.
Okay. Where do you expect the value to be?
I see the value on the under in this game. I think the odds makers are going to bring out the total higher than the 200 I'm projecting. And after handicapping the matchup as well, I think there's a lot of value on the under.
All right, so why?
Bottom line, these two teams have already met in this season, this year actually, after the new year. When they did play, they scored a combined 249 points. Okay.
I think I went over.
Yeah, and it flew over that 203 that they posted. I'm hoping that we see a little inflation even off that 203 number, and they bring it out 204, 205. Then I'll really see a lot of value on the under.
As I always talk about, the fact they scored 250 points means something.
Exactly.
Why is it deceiving?
Bottom line, when you look at the box score for that game, number one, both teams did something that surpassed their average, meaning they both shot over 50% from the three-point line. When you look at Oklahoma City, they're shooting around 33, 34% from the three-point line. You look at Orlando, even at home, they're shooting around the same thing, 35% from the three-point line. They both shot over 50% in that game.
But how many points is that going to count for? I mean, if you're over the total by 50 points.
Let me keep going.
All right.
More importantly,
I got to talk sometime.
They got to the foul line 74 times combined. Okay? That's a lot of points coming off free throws right there. More importantly, Oklahoma City shot over 56% from the field. This is a team that's shooting 45% at best, even a little lower, I believe, on the road. With that said, Orlando going into the break, and it was even the talk in that Orlando Centennial in their sports page about how this team needs to focus on defense in the second half. If they're going to do anything come playoff time, they got to focus on defense. I just think this sets up perfectly because of the fact we saw in the first game, both these teams exceeded their average shooting. Like I said, field goal percentage, three-point line, getting to the free throw line, all those times. Again, Oklahoma City's one of those teams that went over at least 60-some% of the time in the first half of the season. So
the lines maker's going to catch up.
Exactly. You're going to see a little inflated number there as well.
Now, let's talk about the number, because to me, this is a great example where no matter where the number comes out, either you or Marco would like this under, but the interesting point is in a certain range of numbers, you're going to like it, in a certain range, he's going to like it. You're going to like it 203, 204 and above. If it comes out 212, you're dancing.
Right.
220, you're dancing.
He's hoping 192.
Maybe not 192. But if it does come out, let's say at the same number,
right.
His rationale is, look, they scored 50 points over, and now they're coming in at the same number they did on that first game. Man, that's a sign they won over action. So this is going to be interesting. Really, if you believe in both the value approach to handicapping and the trap approach, you're going to like this game anywhere it comes out, because there was such a extreme result in the first game. If it comes out low, it means the bookies are wanting over action. And if you're a trap guy, you want to go under. And if you're a value guy like you are, if it comes out 204 or higher, you're going to really like it.
Exactly.
That's it. I'm going to be very interested to see what the number is.
Me too. I can't wait, especially now, as our producer just told us, confirmed trade.
Oh, that's true. All right, so one of the concepts we've talked about on the videos is the fact that a team, the first couple games after a trade, no matter if they got the best of it or not, usually underperforms because there's a disruption. It's like there's a new player. He might be better than the guy that left, but he certainly isn't integrated the way that the guy that left was. How do you see Green leaving Oklahoma City affecting this handicap?
I think it's going to affect the offense more than anything. You know, playing defense, you don't need as much gelling as a team as you do offensively. You know, you go in there, you play man coverage, you just stop your guy. That's how you play defense. But I think it's going to affect them on the offensive side of the ball. Also, don't forget, Oklahoma City's coming off a tough game against the Spurs, which they played tight, but they lost in the
You had a
end.
winner that day.
Yes. We liked Oklahoma
So
City.
let's talk for a minute. We just started in the last set of videos that I either agree, I'm neutral, or I disagree.
Correct.
So what was your overall record earlier this week?
6-2 coming in.
6-2 coming in, but
we got one game going today. Tonight.
Okay, so we're taping on Thursday. So what were you on Wednesday on the videos?
5-1.
5-1 on the video? We didn't do that many videos.
Oh, going in, I thought you meant.
No, just Wednesday.
1-1, but the
well, hold on, I got questions.
Go ahead, without making excuses.
What? No, we don't want that.
Never.
1-1, and which one did I agree on?
You agreed on the on both.
What?
Yeah, you agreed with Oklahoma City.
No, I didn't actually. Remember, I said I was neutral on that.
Oh, it was New Mexico. You agreed on New Mexico. That went in OT and they lost.
So
but that line went up to 3.
All right.
There was no value on that New Mexico side.
Okay,
Once
so
it moved to 3.
Oh, okay.
So you wouldn't have jumped on it anyway.
All right, that does bring. That does bring up a good point. There's so many videos I get confused. That brings up a good point, though. Let's talk about this game real quick. What's your line range? What number and above do you bet under?
203 and under.
203 and above. You bet under. All right, so that brings up a good point, and we should talk about this a second. We're doing this wise guy style, like we said, where you don't know what the number is. So what you can tell is what your number is, 200, and then you say at 203, I'm getting enough value.
Exactly.
At better than that, I'm even getting more value. If this baby came in at 201, you're not going to play because you don't think there's any value.
And the bottom line is I'm not concerned with what the odds maker puts out until they put it out. I'm not trying to figure out
exactly, and that's
how
your
they're gonna
approach. You're a value guy.
Right.
So on the UNLV game, what was your range? It was pick 'em. What was your range on that?
Yeah, pick 'em.
All right, so you liked it, New Mexico at pick 'em or batter.
Exactly.
And it came out at
2.5, went to 3.
Okay, so what you're saying is you didn't see any value at that point.
Because I made my true line, New Mexico, believe -2.5.
All right, so you and the bookie were right on. They were actually more towards the true line. They weren't misvaluing things the way you thought they might, which means you had no play on it. So I had no play.
Exactly.
So I'm undefeated when I agree with you.
Yeah,
and the one time
a game going tonight that we did get value on. So
okay,
you're
that's
on the
awesome.
hook. You're on the hook tonight.
All right, so on this one, I'm going to agree with you. All right, so I'm going to agree with you under 203. Any closing thoughts?
No, I just don't get scared of the trade. You know, if you see them...
You like it a little better because of the trade.
Exactly. Don't let that throw you off and be like, okay, would he still be betting it? I'm telling you right now, with the trade, without the trade, I'd be looking at it under. I think with the trade, we're getting even more value.
All right, it's your turn to continue the conversation in the comments section with VR and me. And next up, we're going to be breaking down Saturday basketball action.